Today is the 8th day of COP29 in the second week, and I'm here outside the negotiation rooms tracking Article 6 or carbon markets. Article 6 is about carbon markets and non-carbon market approaches. But the focus of the two key parts of Article 6, Article 6.2 and 6.4, is about carbon markets. When the Article 6.4 negotiation started, one of the first interventions was by Coalition for Rainforest Nations, and what they did was they criticized the approach that was taken on the inaugural day, basically saying that it has lost trust in the supervisory body, the kind of mandate that the supervisory body had been given. In this, one of the important elements is what sort of direction do party countries need to provide the supervisory body to do its function. And some of the elements of this guidance are how supervisory body can take scientific advice from panel of experts for further development of guidance, for further development of standards, and what it needs to do to get the mechanisms registry up and running. So these are some of the broad themes that the 6.4 discussions are dealing with today. 6.2 is relatively a more voluntary mechanism where countries can deal between themselves without having to follow strict rules like a centralized body that UNFCCC acts as. Developing countries, the countries that mostly host these projects, would want some sort of flexibility in the mechanism to not have too many rules that increases their compliance costs, that increases their compliance measures, something that they don't want to do to rules that are being framed by developed countries, which are generally the buying countries and want more transparent rules and more compliance to be brought into the mechanism. But on the other hand, this means that giving a free hand for so many countries to have their own standards in place, this is a compromise with transparency, accountability, and ultimately the market integrity in some way. So what do we do? I think one of the ways out is to make sure that the review mechanism of the UNFCCC is robust, so that when such deals happen, the review spots the issues in these kinds of trades and the inconsistencies are brought to the fore. How do we define a cooperative approach? How do we define how countries enter into agreements to initiate the trade? How do we make provisions for changes to what is called as authorization, the process by which countries decide whether or not they want to sell emission reduction units outside the country? So these are also some of the issues that are being discussed under 6.2. Beyond all of this, the broader issue with this discussion is whether this negotiation process would be able to provide for enough transparency, enough environmental integrity, enough accountability in the process, which will decide whether the markets would be able to deliver on the faith that is placed upon them by the world.